getting hot. It's getting hot. I'll tell you that. I had to open the window. Whoo! Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome, welcome to the live. You guys, welcome, welcome. When you in the chat, make sure you like the video. Share the video, leave your comments. Today's been an interesting day. Everything just been, it's all, I don't know, something's off. Something's off. Please let me know if you feel the same thing. Is something off? Like, is something like just off? Like, please let me know. Cause this past 3-4 days, it just seems off. Maybe it's just this time of the year, you know, this season, you know, 'tis the season and everything like that. You know, happy Thanksgiving and stuff, and all this negative energy, and it's just off. I feel like that every year. You know, I say this every single year to my wife, like, hey, you know, we the energy that's around the whole world right now. You know, we was just at the mall earlier, and they got Christmas stuff up, and I'm like, dang, I forgot about this stuff. Like, dang, they still doing Christmas over here, but that's the world that we live in. So, yes, shalom, shalom, family. Welcome, guys. Peace and blessings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Please let me know where you guys are in the world while we wait on my beautiful wife to get here. She's getting ready, getting even more beautiful than she was 2 minutes ago. So,
oh, thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
welcome,
Thank
guys.
you.
Let us know where you're
Thank
tuning
you.
in from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I'll get this mic and you get the pretty one.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate that in my life. Yeah, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Well, yeah, that's Babylon. Of course, Tanzania. Shalom, Bantu, Lisa.
Shalom.
Let us know how's everything in Tanzania. That, you know, we talk about that a lot. Like, dang, I wonder how Tanzania feels, because this is something that, if you're not here in Africa, this is a good tip. Around this time of the year, I would say, around this time of the year, the police will pull people over more. Immigration will just get all up in your business more. Stuff like that, just because they want more money. So that's something to really know when you are here on a continent, and it's really everywhere in every country. Like, really, we hear from tons of people, and it's like, man, it's crazy.
Everybody wants to do crazy, Christmas shopping.
Yeah, they just want to add into their portfolio. So yes, guys, welcome. Pennsylvania, I think I saw.
Yes, family. We
North
have to
Carolina.
talk about this, y'all. I know y'all see the title. It is getting beyond crazy. It's way beyond crazy. It's just wild out here. Does anybody know what we're talking about?
It's getting hot.
This emergency. Does anybody know what we're talking about?
It's getting hot. Well, it's probably getting cold over there in the States.
Does anybody know? Okay. Let's read this title. As fears of World War III spread, the U.S. government shares tips on how to survive a nuclear attack. Has the U.S. government ever done this before? Just put out, this is FEMA, by the way.
Or not.
The FEMA agency that is announcing, they just published it today. Okay. Our time it's 8:59, but y'all's time it's, I don't know, it's too much math. But yes, they just published it like an hour ago today, saying that FEMA has released a nuclear attack survival guide amid escalating global tensions because of the ongoing war in Ukraine and the conflicts in the Middle East. We were listening to Covenant Awakenings earlier, and y'all, these nations, if you're not up to par with geopolitics, and news channels that are not CNN, news channels like WeOn, Twitter, when you're looking at like Iranian Twitters, when you're looking at different social media sites, you may want to do that. You may want to do that because the videos we've seen and the research that's coming out now, the alerts that are coming out wide in the open, this is wild.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like, I believe they were putting out like a commercial like I want to say in 2022 about if a nuke comes, do this.
I don't remember that.
Please let me know if you guys remember that. We might have to look that up.
They have documentaries, but usually they don't put it.
No,
like
it was like on the.
It
came like it was like
an actual alert.
Yeah, like a
FEMA.
Alert, like, I don't know FEMA.
You know FEMA. FEMA is the same agency.
I'm saying it was on the
when
TV.
Hurricanes come.
I'm saying it was on the TV. Like it would pop up on TV randomly and say, "Hey, if a nuke comes, this is what you do."
FEMA's the same agency that when hurricanes come, they warn you. When tropical disasters happen, whenever some kind of natural disaster happens, y'all know FEMA is on the scene, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, okay? And so whenever you hear people throw around terms like FEMA camps, FEMA this is that agency that tells you if and when a disaster is about to happen. So in this video, we're going to break it down with y'all to see what y'all think, see what y'all trying to do, see how y'all trying to survive. I know when we were in the U.S., we had bought those anti-radiation pills. And that was back in 2018, 2019. You might want to pick up some anti-radiation pills off of Amazon. You might want to pick up some vitamin C tablets. You might want to look into the video we did recently on the 5 African countries that are safest during World War III, because we left some valuable tips that really helped to shape our mindset when we were leaving, our mindsets we left Tanzania, our mindset we have now. And we included links to a documentary that we were watching about the safest places on Earth in these global missile crises, and hopefully not nukes.
Yeah.
You hope it would just stay like missiles, cyber, stuff like that, the way that Leave the World Behind said it.
Yeah, but right after that, it was nukes at the end, so.
Was it?
It's, that would have been an emergency, guys. It was a bug crawling on the window. Look at
Yeah, and it looks large. That's horrible. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. It was been a policy. That sounds like keeping the windows open at night. When you live in a tropical area, when you're in Africa, y'all keep your windows closed. Yeah. But yeah, let's read the full article. How you feel about the title?
Yeah, like
it feels like
that's something else where it's like, man, like peace is gonna be left from the earth. Like it has to happen. So like the stuff that we see, it's like, dang, I really don't know how a lot of people is gonna like really be sane over there in Babylon. Like I feel like just like the video we was watching and stuff, it's just like a lot of jokes and stuff and talking but no action to it. That's what we need to see, like us as a people. It's just action, like just do it, because this stuff, if this stuff happened like tomorrow,
we're unified.
just imagine if this happened tomorrow or happened next week. Like then what?
I don't think people have a play-by-play of what this would look like. Let's roll the scenario. Well, first let's read the article. Then based off of what we see from the article, then we can roll the scenario, what this looks like in the next few months, so that people know, hey, should I just sell everything right now and leave? Because which is better? Is it easier to have a little discomfort of sell everything now and leave, or to be like, in March, you're like, I can't even leave because the airports are shut down?
Yeah, or like
that's next level.
I gotta pay so much more money to get a seat. Because just imagine that if there's only like 1 or 2 airplanes flying a week or something. I don't know. It's just it can just get bad. You can't
imagine.
It can get bad super fast.
Or at least go to South America at the very least. If you're just like, I don't want to be okay, go somewhere like, because the U.S., the U.K., France, Spain, targets.
It has to happen. It has to happen.
Point blank period. Targets.
It has to happen.
Egypt, target.
Yeah, and I was
target.
I know
target
earlier
practice.
we are talking about how Iran and Iraq and stuff, the U.S. attacked that. That was like 23 years ago. Ooh, just think about that. Just think about that. 23 years ago.
Yep. 22.
22, 23 years. So it's like, yeah, we are here now.
So y'all, we're gonna read the article. This is from economictimes.com. This was published today, November 26th. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has released a nuclear attack survival guide amid escalating global tensions, specifically due to the ongoing war in Ukraine and conflicts in the Middle East, reported the Mirror US. The guide emphasizes the fact that individuals may have as little as 15 minutes to seek safety following a nuclear detonation. The Mirror US reported that FEMA actually outlines 3 critical steps for survival. Get inside, stay inside, and stay tuned. In the event of a nuclear explosion, individuals should immediately find shelter in a sturdy building, which can ideally be a basement or a central room away from windows. They should remain indoors for at least 24 hours unless instructed otherwise by authorities. And it's pretty crucial to avoid outdoor exposure during this time, as fallout can be highly radioactive and dangerous, noted the Mirror US. FEMA also warns that nuclear blasts can cause significant destruction, not just from the explosion itself, but also from the ensuing fallout and electromagnetic pulse EMP effects, asserted the Mirror US. The agency encourages US citizens to prepare in advance by assembling emergency kits. Y'all see that? So like after you get off this live, don't watch no more Netflix. Don't do anything else. Go assemble an emergency kit. And I would go a step further. Y'all know how we think. I would go a step further and have an emergency exit plan. I would say if you're someone that's been lingering like, well, I don't know, America's still the best country in the world. I don't know if I should leave America. If you have the ability, you should leave like next, as soon, like when you pop up on Expedia, whatever is available, like, see, I would really do that. I would just leave. But y'all know that because that's why we ain't been back.
And I have to say this. I have to say this. Like, I'm that person. If you don't have your passport, get your passport, please.
Oh gosh,
like
I forgot that.
Because I know it's a lot of people that don't have their passport.
Oh wow.
It's not like you can afford the passport. Just get it. So if you're on this chat, if you're on this chat and you hear this right now, get your passport.
Wow.
Get your passport. Like really.
Get your passport.
If you do not have your passport, get your passport
today.
Like
you're
really,
a little late. like
for real.
Make your appointment right now while you're watching this live. Get your passport. You gotta have
that, please. If you do not have that, and if you don't want to get it, if you want to just procrastinate, it's like
you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it.
That's not gonna be good.
The article is titled again from Economic Times, as fears of World War III spread, U.S. government shares tips on how to survive a nuclear attack. November 26th is the date of the article of its publishing. Okay, so FEMA also warns, I just read that. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has released a nuclear attack survival guide because of conflicts in the Middle East and Ukraine. What you should do, you need to stay in a central room, get away from the windows. I would go as far as to look on Amazon. Go ahead and get your anti-radiation tablets, get your vitamin C. You should really already be taking that. Like, you should already be taking these things. We take vitamin C. We get vitamin D naturally all the time because we live in Africa and we spend a good amount of time in the sun on purpose. And so this is the time to use these little things to prepare, okay? You want to go and look at the last video we did as well. You want to look at the 5 top countries in Africa where you can really ride out World War III because it's already here. Was it Putin that had said it or Zelensky? One of them had said, we're already in World War III. It's already here. Like, they believe that they've reached beyond the point of going back.
Yeah, that's I think the Pentagon, some people in the Pentagon and stuff. So it's a lot that's like, they bring in all these people with suits and ties talking on the news and stuff. So, I mean, you just got to pay attention to what's really going on. Like, because it's this stuff is really happening right in front of our eyes. I know there is a lot of distractions going on right now. Um, even with what's his name, man, Kendrick Lamar. You know, I like him. You know, but he just dropped an album, and it's like, man, that's a big distraction. That's a huge distraction. Like, whoa, with the NBA in season tournament that's coming up with you know, Thanksgiving, with
I know
Black
there was a
Friday.
tournament. Football?
I think they started it like last year or 2 years ago. No,
The Super Bowl?
basketball.
I don't know.
I think they started like last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, it's like so much going on, and it's going it's going to be a lot of people that's going
Distracted.
to that and buying that and um, football, college football and stuff. It's like, woo! If you really not in the right position, if you don't have your passport, you should not be trying to look at stuff like that.
Ooh, facts. Facts. You really should not.
Like
you really should not.
It's crazy when people say, "Yeah, I'm trying to get my passport." You trying to get your
You
passport?
trying? How you trying?
I'm thinking everybody in the world will have their passport by now.
You trying? What you mean? Somebody drop a comment down below and let us know what it means by you're trying to get a passport.
Like I really thought everybody in the whole world has a passport by now.
Our people,
But
the
it's
American
really
community.
it's
Ooh,
people
child.
that don't, and it's not wrong with like.
It's wrong. Let's just be honest. It's wrong.
I'm just here to say get your passport.
It's wrong because then you end up in situations where you have to rely on FEMA when you could realize and have the mindset, hey, I'm in control of my own destiny. I'm in control of my life. Stop being a victim. Stop trying. Don't even let try be in your vocabulary. Like when our children are like, oh, I'm trying. Don't tell me you're trying. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't try. Do it. Do it and be done.
Oh, please get your passport. I don't know if you're talking about.
Because you can't go to Canada, Mexico. You can't go anywhere but the 50 states without a passport. They're not going to be sitting there like, all right, you can just go through because you got your state ID.
Right. What's going to happen when they shut down the borders like Africa and the States or something?
This is insane. I feel like we're in a movie right now. Like, I feel like this isn't even real life.
In a way.
It's literally like a movie.
Yeah.
And I'm about to read that book back there. Y'all see that book?
Okay.
I'm about to read that whole book tonight. Leave the world behind.
Yeah, it's a lot that's going on.
Because that was crazy. That y'all gotta see that. Was it the Iranians that had their music video of all their missiles talking about, what did they say? Something take out the US, something like that. But they got music videos they just released on this, guys. They got music videos. And right now, do you know what's going on? I don't know if anybody's paying attention. If anybody's like, no, I can't listen to the news because I read the Bible. Well, guess what, ma'am, sir? You may want to listen to the news, even though you also read the Bible, okay? Because this says, just today, just 2 hours ago, NATO-Ukraine Council meets following Russia's launch of intermediate-range ballistic missile. So there's an emergency meeting going on in Europe today, NATO. Right? Who's NATO? The United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, Spain, them folks, yeah, France, all them folks. Their emergency meeting is today. Now, somebody let me know if y'all think people have emergency meetings just for fun. Like when you call like a family emergency meeting with your cousins, is it usually y'all just try and get together for fun? No, they call an emergency meeting because the long-range missiles. The issue was that once these long-range missiles were allowed in Russia, Biden okayed them. Remember last week the news that Biden okayed the long-range missiles. After he said in May he wasn't going to do it, this month he was like, you know what, I'm going to go out with a bang. Literally, he said would go out with a bang and allow them to do these long-range missiles in Ukraine. They're like, yes, we've been waiting for it. And Russia's like, you take one more step and we're going to blow all y'all apart. That's how the Russians feel. And if you think they're playing, just listen to them speak. If you got a bit of discernment, you can see they're not playing.
Yeah.
They not playing. Do y'all know anything about the Vikings? Were y'all listening in history class? These are those nations. What?
Yeah,
The Baltic Seas, the Viking, huh?
I saw a video the other day where they're talking about how like all the immigrants from around the whole world. I'm not talking about like just Mexicans or whatever, from around the whole world coming into America. And the guy was like, okay, it's a lot of people that's undocumented from Mexico. We see that's illegal and documented and stuff like that, whatever. But it's this amount of Chinese that came, but nobody knows where they are. And it's like, hmm, that is true. Like people, like they come in places and just disappear. So it's crazy how like when people say, yeah, they tell us in Hollywood, because truly the enemy has to tell what he's going to do before he do it, and like spiritually. So it's like in these movies they kind of give you the blueprint, but you really got to have the discernment to know what's really going on, because that can just pop off like that with the immigrants and people inside of America. They probably got tons of people, tons of camps and stuff where they're just waiting for that dog whistle, and it's just gonna trigger them and be like, this is the time to do it.
That's so crazy.
Because you gotta think,
That's so
America
crazy.
never ever got harmed in a way, like the land in itself, but it has to be judged. Like that's why we always say it has to happen.
Revelations 18.
It has to happen.
It doesn't have no choice at this rate.
I know they try
Whether
to
you
push
like
it back,
it or not.
push it back and hide it and this and that, but it has to happen. Like if the Most High gave you the discernment and understanding and the wisdom to get out of there, you better just get out of there, because that all that bloodshed on that land is not gonna be good pretty soon. It's just like Cain and Abel, when the Most High is like, hey, where is he at? Look, I hear the ground calling out to me. It's crying out. Now it's just one
person.
one person.
Woo, one person, right?
And you gotta think about this time of the what is it? Tomorrow, I don't know when the holiday is, the holiday is what Thanksgiving.
Well, you know, some folks still getting dressed for that.
Yeah, but just think about it. All that sacrifice. They do this for a reason. They do this because they had that big old sacrifice back in the day and celebrated it. So every year they gotta do some type of sacrifice like that. And it's this time. So like, what is this, what's going to be the sacrifice? It's very spiritual for sure.
It's very spiritual if you tapped into the spirit realm.
It's very spiritual for sure, but like what kind of bloodshed is going to happen?
Yeah, because they just know these folks won't stop. They won't. And it's impossible for them to stop. If you read Joel 3, the Most High himself says, I'm going to draw them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead with them face to face for my chosen people. He says, I'm doing this for you. But he done told many of our people to get out. He's telling you right now, get out. Time to go. ASAP, as soon as possible. The Most High was telling Lot through Abraham, hey, it's time to go. It's time to get out. He says, if you find 10 in the city, will you leave it? If you find one righteous in the city, will you leave it? Yes, but it's time to go because the destruction is already called upon the nation. So it's wise to flee the land of the north and be not partaker of her sins. Why? Why would you not want to be partaker of her sins? Because the wages of sin is death.
And then,
that's why you don't want to be partaker. Why would the Most High write? Why would he have John the Revelator write that?
Yeah,
so you don't partake of her sins.
Yeah, the word.
If
is
it don't matter,
it's just coming true, like faster and faster. Everything's speeding up. Everything's speeding up, like for real.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago. You see this new headline? Let me read it to you so I can see your reaction.
I was about to say something.
I'll save it. Sorry.
Just from our experience, I don't know. Please try to help me explain this.
Mm-hmm.
So for our experience, right? Just say a couple months ago, we did a video about um, this person in Tanzania that got dragged off a bus. It was a party leader or something like that. Got dragged off the bus, and beaten,
acid
and
thrown in his
yeah,
face, kill, all that.
yeah. So he was unalive, whatever. Um, but I don't know why the Most High put it on our heart to talk about it, but we talked about it, right? We didn't know the guy. We just was like, dang, that's crazy. That's what they do there. That's what they do there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out that we knew the family.
Mm.
We knew the family that
happened.
it was the wife's dad or something like that.
Yeah, or her grandfather.
Something like that. And we was like, whoa, like we used to always go to their restaurant and eat. So I hit him up,
Such good food.
hey, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss and let us know we can do anything. He's like, man, yeah, that's sad. Blah blah, yeah, we're in Dar es Salaam now. We're trying to figure everything out. This is so crazy how like everybody's talking about it. I know you're in a whole different country, and I appreciate everything and And I'm like, dang, that's so crazy how like we were drawn to that story.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
It turned out that we knew the family.
Yeah.
And then just recently was an incident that happened here in the country that we're in. I saw it, what? I think it was Sunday or something. I was like, dang, babe, look. This is crazy. This just happened.
Somebody's leg got stuck in an escalator.
Yeah.
And amputated.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So this morning, this morning, the father hit me, hey, yeah, I'm in India now because we had to go here because the incident that happened, that's actually my daughter. And I'm like, what the heck?
So sad.
It's very sad, and it's like, dang, why? It's the Most High, like, allowing us to know, like, please help me out.
So you can intercede for the people.
Cause it's different how we are really nobody in these countries.
Right.
But we know.
I mean, you say that, but that's not how the Most High sees you, though.
Yeah.
Psalms 139, he says, "You are wonderfully made."
Yeah,
I know your thoughts right well. I know the intricate spaces of your heart. Psalms 139.
I'm saying, like, it's crazy how like things are like speeding up, and how like certain type of situations is starting to be connected with the Most High's righteous seed and chosen seed. Where it's like, okay, they need some type of righteousness, maybe, in a way.
They just need prayer when stuff like that happens, because the world is wicked. The world's evil.
So yeah, that's my thought. I ain't want to go too deep. That's something that we probably gonna talk about later. But it's crazy how like stuff like that is starting to happen, and like we are literally close to that, or family in a way. But yeah, guys, it was just like, wow. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, you got another news headline. I don't know if anybody's looking at the Independent 10 minutes ago. Would you say this was escalating quicker and quicker?
Yeah, that's what I'm
This is 10 minutes ago.
It's speeding up.
Now, we were just talking about how we have this emergency news, right? What's the emergency news, family? That there's an emergency meeting happening with the United Nations right now over the war in Ukraine because the long-range missiles that just penetrated Russia, okay? Now, Russia, they said, you take one more step. They were showing off their missiles. Guess what? Iran, they got their video out, their video advertising service talking about take down America with the Afro beats behind it. It's wild. Now, 10 minutes ago, the Ukraine war latest, Russia what did I say? I just said this 2 days ago. I said, when you see this happen, it's on. Russia expels British diplomat for spying. Now, I just said 2 days ago, when you see them closing embassies and expelling these diplomats, that's when it's imminent. That's when it's go time. Like, secure yourself today time. This just came out 10 minutes ago. I wish people understand how serious this is. So take it from the perspective, if you are, let's say you're Russia, okay? And you have all these war things, we're going to use a little empathy to understand, okay? We're going to have some understanding. You're Russia, there's so many of these different powers coming against you, and you know something in your government ain't right. You know somewhere somebody in the government is giving information, sabotaging you, whatever the fact of the matter is. Now, when you find this mold, this bug, when you're ready to go on full-scale war mode, not just with Ukraine, when you and your allies of North Korea and China and Iran are ready on code, on full-scale war mode, then you say, okay, now it's time to kick out the diplomats, because that's a signal to the West, it's go time. Y'all better watch those movies. I be watching spy movies because I'm just curious. I just want to know. I'll be watching the movies like, that's what the article said 10 minutes ago from the Independent. Ukraine-Russia war latest. British diplomat is expelled from Moscow for spying. Now, does anybody know what a diplomat is? This is usually somebody that works in the embassy. This is usually somebody that works in a high-ranking position. This is usually somebody that is now caught for espionage. Isn't that crazy? And they just said this 10 minutes ago. That's wild. Apparently it's a woman, Maria. That's like...
Let's put her business out there. Like,
well, they put it out there. I'm just reading it. I said, golly. Gee. It's right. Like, dang. We're literally watching a movie right now.
Yeah.
According to the FSB, the British diplomat was a replacement for one of the 6 UK diplomats expelled in August, also on espionage charges. It said the diplomat had provided false information on his documents and carried out espionage and sabotage activities. There was no immediate comment from Britain's Foreign Commonwealth Development. The British embassy did not respond. All right. Look, everybody's just speechless right now. The chat's speechless, we speechless. Everybody's like, you don't know what to say or think at this rate. Other than get your coins together, get ready, and get out. If you don't have your passport, see if you can get it tomorrow and rush it. See what, if you gotta sell your TV, your computer.
Yeah, turn off the TV. Turn off the TV.
Sell the TV. Get rid of it. You gotta get rid of your bookshelf, your 10 computers, seriously. This ain't a joke. And when you travel light. Don't travel with all this stuff. Don't think you're gonna ship everything on shipping containers. This ain't shipping container season. This is get safe season. Take with you only what you can carry on your back. This is wartime.
And it's crazy because other nations really do that. Like, they really are backpackers. I know for us.
Our people laugh at them.
We are suitcasers.
Our people laugh at them, but it's like they gonna be making it up the mountain though, with their backpack, and they be doing those hikes. We like hiking too.
Yeah, and that's something that we like on this channel just keep trying to get in people's head. Like, you can't just get up and go somewhere. I mean, you can, but it's gonna take time to get used to areas. Like, it's gonna take time to get used to even foods in the areas. Like, we heard plenty of stories, even us, from our experience. Like, if we eat certain food, it's something that's more organic from the West. So you're gonna probably get sick for a week because the food is just different. So it's certain things that you have to just get here and adjust. That's how we try to say, just sooner than later is better. Like, really. Because if you're waiting for the last minute, man, you're going to come here and be so confused. Like, dang, like, man, it's so many people that just came when I came. So that's why I'm like, man, all praise to the Most High. He allowed us to come here 4 years ago. And now we know we really know how to move in any type of African country, because we've been to Tanzania, we've been to all through the Swahili coast, Kilwa, South, where it's like it's just a different vibe there. We've been to Taduma, where right there in Zambia, different vibe. You know, Dar es Salaam, a different vibe. Tonga, different vibe. So even the country we are in right now, it's a different vibe. But in a way, it's kind of like the same if you know how to be humble and meek and understanding, and you get what I'm saying. Like if you know how to move around.
All
And that's
praises due to y'all.
Yeah, that's just, you know, the Most High just blessing us with our gifts and talents and wisdom, discernment, understanding everything.
Yeah, and you know, Britain says that they heard
That's
how
good.
Russia says that it's the spy or whoever. Britain said no, it's not. They said we don't know what you're talking about. So
It's like a big.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
like
know.
it's like our children. No, it's not. I didn't know. I did.
I didn't do that. I didn't send him in there. He sent himself. Like, okay. Whatever.
But
Oh,
whatever
child.
whatever they saying, just read your word,
Oh,
and
child.
you will have the insight, the foresight, and the understanding to know what's about to happen next.
Right.
And that's because all this stuff is like, okay, all right, they say this, they might be saying this for a couple weeks, but at the end, the Most High got the last say so, and we already know what that last say so is. Babylon has to be destroyed. It has to.
This is too much. It's just thing after thing every hour. I don't even know if we can sit here and read it all. It's popping off though. If you read the independent.co.uk, 2 hours ago, Ukraine must get money from frozen Russian assets as soon as possible, says the French foreign minister. So basically, everybody's trying to pull their stuff back, get to where they're supposed to be to get prepared. And you know, it's always just they're sending out young people to fight on behalf of these older elites, because obviously these elites are going to be in their bunkers not caring. These elites ain't going out to war. Now, what did they just pass a few months ago? They said, what was that war thing they passed in America? People, women and men under 26.
Right? Please let us know.
Automatic
if you,
draft.
Yeah.
I would leave today.
Yeah. Like,
If I were
dang.
y'all. I would leave today. This evening, I would see what's the best. I would fly out of Miami.
Did we
I'd
forget
fly out
about
of
the
LA.
draft? Did you guys forget about the draft?
Head on down to Brazil, Argentina, Belize, if that's what you want to do. Even better, I would go to Southern Africa if I were you. That's why we made the video. That's where I would be. It was
Southern
up to me.
Africa.
And thank the Most High it was up to us.
Yeah.
Because you got the grace for it. I believe you have the grace for it, but you have to believe it too. You got to see that there's a way out of no way. You got to see you can have rivers in the desert.
It's literally happening. It's
You got
unfolding
trust.
Right in reality, right in this reality. Making waves in the wilderness. Making rivers in the desert. Really. So, yeah. Let us know if you guys got any questions, comments, concerns. We're gonna go through the chat now where we stopped at. We are fine. We are good. Somebody said, "How are you?" That was like a while ago, but we are good. We are good. We are blessed. Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High. Yahuwah, Yahusha's blood.
This stuff crazy.
Shalom, shalom,
It's really
family.
crazy.
If somebody said Africa is not for the weak, but it is so much more peace, so much more peaceful to be honest,
TBH.
is what you make it as well can have a lot of power here. Like really. What state are we in?
What state are we from?
From? What state are we in and from?
From.
We are from Columbus, Ohio, and we are in a state of peace.
We're in a state of peace. Did y'all hear about the recalls on food? No, we didn't hear. Who else heard about recalls on food? They said beef. Yeah, you know, when we were in the States, we were vegetarian. You guys are sharper than I thought. Watch and pray. Facts. Watch, pray, move, adjust. Yes, Bantu Lisa, watching from afar. That's the best place to watch from.
What's the website that you was reading up from? The Independent?
Theindependent.co.uk.
So is East Africa a good place to go? I would say yes. I think anywhere in Africa for now is good.
Yeah, Southeastern Africa is great.
Anywhere that's visa
Very
free.
good.
Visa free. Low on corruption. And what else?
Yeah, I mean, it depends
safe.
your
I
age.
guess,
If you're
yeah,
of
it's
retirement age, your top picks are going to be South Africa or Kenya. If you're of retirement age. If you're not of retirement age, then yeah, you may want to go somewhere like Botswana, Cape Verde, Seychelles, somewhere that got like a digital nomad visa, self-employed visa situation, something like that. So it does depend on your age and what you do, because what you do will dictate how you move in Africa, okay? It's all based on what your industry is. That's how you can get different pieces of favor, rebates, free visas, long stay residences, depending on your industry and what you do.
Yeah, because that's the mission now, is to have a long stay residency.
Yep.
Like, I know 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years.
19 minutes ago. Y'all ready for this next headline? I don't know if you're ready for this one. Sky News Australia.
Sky News be having some good
They
news.
crack me up.
They don't be stopping. They have so
Sky
much.
News is so funny.
They have so much news. Like you would miss a day, and you probably miss 20 videos.
I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Remember, y'all, if something pops off, stay in your bathroom, stay in your basement, don't be near the windows, and order your radiation tablets today. Ukraine war latest. Russia is preparing a response after Kyiv fires several U.S.-made missiles into attacks. This is live. This is breaking news. Please like and share this video so we can get the word out to the folks in our community, because ain't nobody watching out for our community. But I'm not going to get into that tangent. Again, Russia is preparing a response after Kyiv fires several U.S.-made missiles into attacks. Moscow claims Ukraine has fired multiple U.S. long-range missiles in 2 separate attacks and says it's preparing a response. On the ground in Ukraine, meanwhile, Putin's forces are advancing at the fastest rate since the early months of the war, according to U.S.-based think tank. So, there's that. Whatever preparing response means. So basically what he did, they was like, Moscow, they expelled the British guy, the British woman, the British diplomat over spying. Now they're like, now we're preparing an attack. Isn't it so strange how like these nations will just like say, hey, we're about to attack you, watch out. But that's like an international law. They have to say, hey, here's a heads up, y'all gonna get attacked.
Exactly. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. Hey. Breaking
news just 24 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. This is like just breaking news across. You gotta just put in red down here, breaking news. Because that's what it is. Be aware. Moscow, they're like, hey, we got this British ex-diplomat out. She was spying and all this kind of stuff. Go back to Britain. and they're warning the West, we are going to attack. They said we're preparing an attack right now. They don't tell you what the attack is. Maybe it's a cyber attack. Maybe it's a missile. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But, feel free to read Joel 3. Feel free to read Psalms 91. And feel free to do your very, very, very best to get your passport and leave the United Snakes of America, because it's going to go down. It's already been a downhill battle with the USD, okay? It's a downhill battle. And if y'all for 1 second think that the US is on its tippity top, no ma'am, no sir. It's on all accounts. Housing, hyperinflation, cost of living, health and wellness is obsolete. Then you have war. What's that? The 4 horsemen, basically?
Turn the TV off.
4 horses. Go read the book of Revelations. Then ask the Most High, hey, Most High, what would you have me to do? That's what we did in 2018, We were like, Father, what would you have us to do? Because I see what you wrote here, and I think it's coming true. I was like, Father, I think that is coming true.
Yeah, we know it's going, it's true. Because it's stuff that's, really happening right in front of our eyes. And if the Most High give you the eyes to see.
If, keyword.
It's so real. Everything's so real. It's real. It's real, guys. It's real. It's not no game.
Oh,
it's reality.
Just get out. And let's put it like this again. If you're like, oh, I don't want to be uncomfortable, I'm going to miss, my neighbor down the road and going to the library because it's already free, and, going to Panera and Target and all this stuff.
It's not for that type of person. You're not going to be chosen. It's really a chosen. It's going to be a remnant.
It's not for them.
For real.
You don't know. They might switch up today and
but, I
get some discernment.
I really hope so. But, that's what I'm it's really not for everybody. It's so much stuff that's I remember just say in wrestling, I always used to hear this is not for everybody, this is not for the weak, this is not for everybody. Wow. And it's really that it's really not for everybody.
Wow.
It's really not.
That's wild.
So you just gotta I know it. And it's real. It's real. And we got to get rid of this fakeness. Everything that's happening is fake. This Hollywood stuff, just everything in America is fake. And if you understand the real, people run away from the real. You have to know this is real reality, right in front of our face. Everything is real. It's real. And people need to hear that. We talk about real. If you don't know what real is.
If you don't know what reality is.
Yeah. For real. For real. I think you just probably, need to just look in the mirror and say, this is real, this is real, this is real. Look, I just touched the mirror. That's real. It's really real. And it's not stopping. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse. It's going to be more chaos than you ever seen because it has to happen.
Right.
It has to happen. And this is just the beginning of the end. This is the end, the beginning, the start, however you want to put it. This is real. And it's just going to escalate to even more. Really. So, look.
This stuff is wild.
Just seek the Most High.
Not them bugs, child. See, that's why I like to keep the window closed.
I was trying to get some air, though. It's hot. It's heating up, guys. I'm telling you. It's heating up. Although it's cooling down wherever you are in the States, it's heating up. It's heating up. It's getting hot. It's getting hot.
It's a good time to be in a Switzerland-like country, a neutral country. America's not a neutral country. Britain, not a neutral country. Canada, not really a neutral country when you're right by America. It's a great time to choose a country ain't nobody heard of because ain't nobody going to be checking for you. You can just mind your business, live out your life, see them folks arguing over there. That's fine. Y'all argue over there. I'm going to be in safety. That's the best thing you can do for your life right now. Literally sell whatever you got. Leverage what you got while you can, because you don't want to be on the bad receiving end of this as we head into 2025 and this comes to a full, I don't even know what to call it, full bore, the fullness of the ordeal that's going to take place, because it's not getting better. That's a fact. People have been saying since 2019, 2020, when are we going back to normal? When is it going to be normal? Oh, we're back to normal. Ma'am, sir, have y'all not realized since 2019 it has never gone back to normal? It has not. It's 2024. If you're still waiting for normal, you're on a different planet.
You're
on a different reality.
Fake.
You're on a different plane.
Man, so
you're in La La Land,
it's
ma'am,
so much
sir.
fakeness. It's so much fakeness, man. It's like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind.
But by the grace of the Most High, you can get out if you just wake up. Just tap your brain 5 times and be like, you know what? Wake up, Jacob. Like, get out. It's time to wake up. You got to wake up and see the writing on the wall. Because just because you don't want to see the writing on the wall doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, you can just close your eyes and be like, nope, there's no writing on the wall. I don't see no war. Nope. That's fake. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. You and your nopes is not going to stop these folks from fulfilling biblical prophecy. Because before they even initiated in their thoughts, the Most High wrote it in Revelations 18. How do you bypass that? You can't bypass that. So the one thing you have to do is submit and say, okay, Father, since I know this is coming to pass, where would you have me to be? What would you have me to do? How would you provide for me in these times? How would you increase me in these times? How would you have me eating in a famine the way that you wrote through King David in Psalms? Because it is written that the righteous will eat in a famine and have abundance. And they would lack no good thing. And so if all these things are true, if you know all these things are true, then you have to ask, okay, now what's my part that I have to do to make sure this comes to pass? Because it's not just a one-sided thing. Covenant is two-sided. Abraham heard from the Most High and it was accounted to him for righteousness. Then he took the steps to walk out into the promise. He didn't hear from the Most High and sat down and then that's it. And laid back and did nothing. He had to walk. He had to go. He had to battle. There came a point he had to go help his nephew Lot. He had to go through different battles with them giants. He had to deal. Then later on, he had issues with his nephew and said, you know what, nephew, I love you. You're going to have to stay over there, though. I got my promise right here. I love you. Take your distance. Take your space. These are real life things. These are actual decisions that have to be made in these times.
Exactly. That's like how when he's like, hey, you choose which side you want. And I was like, oh, wow, this side looks so luscious and beautiful. And Abraham, okay, go ahead. He didn't care about what he chose, but the promise was over here. That looked good. America looks good and comfortable and, you know, whatever. It looks just so wonderful.
Yeah.
But you got to step out your comfort zone and be an Abraham and go and accept the promise that he's leading you to. Like, really. Because it's just all, yeah, it's written. It's just increasing. And if you're increasing, like, what are you increasing in? What are you increasing for? Like, who are you increasing for? Put it like that. And that's deep because it's one side or the other. One side or the other. It can be both. Can be double-minded. And that's in times like this, you don't have double-minded capacity. That's because the knowledge is getting poured out. His spirit is being poured out. And if you're not getting it by now, you might not get it. You better beg to get it. If you don't have it by now and you know something's off, you need to be begging to get it. You need to be at your knees asking the Most High, but also being willing to sacrifice everything, because nothing comes without sacrifice. And whether it's friends, families, locations, places, things, or all of the above. Yeah, and it's just going to get harder and harder to let go. It's just going to be harder and harder to let go. Like, oh, but man, if you just let go, just do it, just boom, just do it, just do it.
It doesn't stop y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all want a keyword to look up this stuff on your own, I am a keyword specialist. We're not going to get into that in this video. Russia News Today Live. Go on the news tablet or tab of Google. This is a great time to come out of the mindset of, I'm not going to read the news. Please get out that mindset, because you may save your life and your family's life if you just read the news. You don't need to read it 24/7, but just take 15 minutes out of your day. Will 15 minutes of reading the news kill you today? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if you read it for 15 minutes, you're going to come to some conclusions and have points that you can pray about so that you have a clear path. But see, if you just shut your eyes and you're like, la, 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 then you don't even know what to pray about. You're praying amiss. That's why your prayers don't come to fruition. You're praying amiss. You're not even in tune with what's happening in the world. You're on a whole different plane. The Most High is trying to give you a blessing, trying to bless you, trying to show you your road, your trajectory, and you're like walking like this. And he's like, my dear child, I love you. What can you say? Except, Father, I repent. Show me today what I don't want to see. Show me what's uncomfortable. Show me what's real. Show me what the reality is. Because at the end of the day, Revelations 18 is going to come to pass. At the end of the day, Joel 3 is going to come to pass. At the end of the day, those who lead in captivity shall go into the captivity. Those who kill by the sword shall be killed by the sword. These are laws that he wrote.
And you gotta think of bricks too. Like, these nations is building for us. Like, the nations is going to build for his chosen people. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. Like, man,
it's so beautiful. It's great to
we
see.
taking a walk the other day.
Yeah.
We like, what?
Say hallelujah. Thank
it's
you,
like,
Father.
why? Like, everywhere this whole neighborhood's just being built.
It's so
like,
wonderful.
It's not weird. It's just, it's happening right in front of our eyes.
It's wonderful.
And it's like, huh?
Favor in the midst of chaos. Look at y'all.
Like, huh? This is it seems so familiar. It's like, it's very familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. You can't put your tongue on it. You can't put, like, you know this is supposed to happen, but it's like you've been here before. Put it like that. And I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. It's really like I've been here before. And it's time to eat meat. No more milk. No more milk. No more milk. It's time to eat some meat.
Yep.
Spit out the bones.
Time to wake up.
You know, chew it up as much as you can, but as long as you're still eating it. And, you know, I don't care how long you chew it up. You swallow it. Digest it. Understand it.
These nations, man, they off the chain. They off the chain, okay? They said,
What?
Newsweek, 5 Ukrainian prisoners of war were executed by Russia earlier this month, okay? Now, why are they just coming out with this on a Tuesday of all days? These nations, they are trying to tempt each other. I wouldn't read that. But these nations are trying to tempt each other. The prosecutor's office said Russian troops stormed Ukrainian positions near the village of Petrivka, Pokrovsk district in November, which led to 5 Ukrainian soldiers retreating to hide in a private residence. Moscow troops encircled the apartment, capturing the defenders. Upon being captured, they unalived them. The killing of these prisoners, listen to this, is a gross violation of the Geneva Conventions and qualifies as a serious international war crime. Does anybody know what this language means? Let me tell you. The Geneva Convention is basically an agreement between Switzerland, Germans, British, Russian, all the folks, all the European, Asian folks mostly, that are mostly European. They come and say, hey, we're not going to take out people and just execute them on the spot. You have fair trials and all these things. But Russia said that's no more. Moscow said, no, we're going to take them out on the spot. They said, we're going to take them out on the spot. And I don't know why they decided to just put that out in the last 30 minutes. These are all the little like tidbits that are going to lead up. It's like both sides are trying to test each other, to push each other to see who's gonna blow first. That's essentially what it is. Because when you tell somebody, "Hey, I just took out 5 of your people and you didn't know, but I'm gonna tell you today." So there's
And
this
you
one.
gotta think. You gotta know how the media works too. They just gonna show you what you want to see or what they want you to see. Put it like that. So they might be showing you, oh yeah, Ukraine's winning a war, France, UK, America's, NATO's winning, guys. And then Russia over here, like, why did they lie so much? We just did this, we did that, but nobody's talking about it. So it's like, man, you just gotta be in the future. You gotta be in the future and know what's really going on.
Geneva Convention not being honored in Gaza. That's a fact. We'll understand the folks that you're dealing with. It only works when it works for them. Shoot, in the Constitution, us black folks, we still not even completely human. According to them, we 3/5, right?
Still,
This is the people that the world is dealing with, and the world's tired of it. The world's very tired of it. And so, that's why we on this side of the world, because we agree with the eastern side of the world. We like, yeah, we sick of it too, so we gonna live over here. Y'all deal with that over there. I don't accord with that, all them folks. But yes, guys, that is it for this video. Leave your final questions and comments down below. Let us know what you think of all this. It's just off the chain. It's literally off the chain. And, more things are to be expected the next few weeks, I guess. It's hard to keep up with. But as you are looking into these things, also read Psalms 91. Go ahead, read Genesis 12. Go ahead, read Revelations 18. Read Joel 3. Really get in the word and see what action steps do I need to take today to choose the best path that the Most High has already written in my book of life forward. Because the prayer point is you need to understand not what everyone's doing around you, not even necessarily what we're doing, but what is written in your book. We're just here as a testimony and inspiration so that you would think to ask the Most High, okay, great. You got that for them. Now what you have for me, Father? Right? That's the whole goal.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You said it.
Yep.
And it's real, guys. It's not fake. Everything is not fake. It's real. Get your passports. Get your passports. Seek peace. Understand what's really going on, because this is reality. Do not wait. Just get on it. Yeah.
Repent, seek the narrow path,
exactly,
turn from your sins, and be focused on the Most High. Don't have multiple gods. Don't have your foot dipped in one thing, dipped in another, halfway in this, halfway in that. This is a great time to just be steadfast and focused on the one path that leads to eternal life, which is Yahushua the Messiah. The blood, the resurrection. That's it. Ain't no other way. You want to know the future? Look in the Bible. The Bible's the end from the beginning from the end. The Aleph and Tav.
Right now, everything.
Everything you need is right there in that word, if you would just take the time to read it and be drawn to it, if you're capable, because Yahushua said that nobody could call themselves. He was given those that the Father gave him. So you have to be called into the truth. It's not a self-election.
Hallelujah. And with that being said, guys, shalom. Peace.